welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. How y'all doing? And I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. This is Monday, September 8th, and you know what it is? It's September. If you've noticed, the leaves in the cornfields have started to turn. The sheaves on the corn. Is sheave the right term for the leaves on corn plant?
I just call them leaves. I don't know.
The leaves on the corn start to turn yellow. The leaves on the soybeans beginning to turn yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the corn turning a little brown.
Yes, it is. It's dry.
But that means it's autumn. And whenever autumn comes around, at least in this area, it's always the trees turn gorgeous colors. But it's also time for us to talk to Melinda States about the Fairfield PleinAir.
Correct. Paint out.
And we will talk to Melinda, and she also brought one of the artists with her today, David Harl, along with her. We're going to do all that, talk about the upcoming Fairfield PleinAir paint out here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much. My name is Bruce Dickey. Appreciate you all being here today. Let's talk a little bit about what is going on in and around our community today. It is, like I said, Monday, September 8th. You know what's going on in the community today? Squat. There's nothing. I couldn't find. I looked. I feel terrible. I looked and looked and looked. I went to different radio stations, Facebook pages, trying to find something going on Monday, September 8th. I found something for tomorrow, but I've got a show
to do
for tomorrow. I'll talk about that then. So yeah, basically there's a JV. I don't even know if there's a JV football game. There may be a JV football game. But yeah, nothing much going on on here on this Monday. I can, however, tell you a little bit about some of the national things going on, as this is day one of National Truck Driver Appreciation Week. America recognizes National Truck Driver Appreciation Week during the second week of September. It's a time to honor all professional truck drivers for their hard work in one of the nation's most demanding and vital jobs. How many? All right, here's the questions, folks. You knew you'd get trivia questions.
I know, and I don't know what.
David didn't realize what he was in for. Did you know you'd get trivia questions?
Not a clue, no.
Yeah, that's too bad for you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun.
For you.
For me, yeah, for me, you're right. How many folks are, as of 2015, so this is 10 years ago, how many folks are employed as truck drivers in the United States? I'll give you 200,000 either way. Okay? So, Melinda, just a guess. That there's 350 million people in the country.
2 million.
2 million, that's a good guess. How about you?
That's what I was going to guess. You still in? I'll go higher. Let's do 5 million.
5 million. You're all around it. 3.5 million employed.
Well, we both won.
Yeah.
There we go. Right down the middle.
Right down the middle. That's exactly right. That's impressive. Yeah, truck drivers, of course, have been around since the end of the 19th century. Alexander Winton invented the semi-trailer in Cleveland in 1898. He was an automobile manufacturer, developed the trailer truck as a way to deliver his cars. Truckers deliver about 10 billion tons of freight, or 70% of all the freight moving across the United States at any one time, or over the course of a year. The average trucker will drive over 100,000 road miles per year, and that works out to nearly 40 trips across the U.S. Average age, what do you think the average age of a truck driver is? You see, now your dad was a truck driver. Do you remember when your dad was a truck driver?
Yep, for Southern Lumber, that's right.
Yeah, that's right, for Southern Wholesale. He was not this old. The average age is what?
55.
49. 49.
Wow.
You're getting closer.
I'm getting better as I get older.
41% of the nation's drivers are minorities, compared to just 22% in all other jobs. And here's an interesting, how many of you think are women? What percentage of the truck drivers are women? I don't think that chart says it on there, does it? No.
Maybe a quarter?
That's a great guess. He says 25%.
I was gonna say
You're going to
30.
guess 6.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Seems
I
like
figured
you
it'd be
see a
more
lot
than
more women.
Maybe
than you used to.
recently with Amazon.
Well, I wonder. Yeah, that's
pickups and
true. And I
delivery.
wonder if a lot of truck drivers are pairs. You have the husband and wife
Well.
are the truck driving crew. So, the folks, if you get the opportunity this week, say hello to a truck driver and thank them for all they do. I think we all realized 5 years ago how important truck drivers are to the community during COVID. Whenever they stopped being trucking for a week or two, that was not cool. Truck drivers, so former truck drivers who are actors and are actors now. Sean Connery was a truck driver. Of course, Elvis Presley was a truck driver before he became famous. Charles Bronson, Liam Neeson, Chevy Chase, and from Olney, Illinois, Rock Hudson. How about that? What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is September 8th is Star Trek Day. Fans across the globe celebrate Star Trek Day on September 8th to remember the timeless legacy Star Trek has made on society and pop culture. It started on they picked this day because the first show was on September 8th. All right, this is an easy one. You were alive, Melinda. What year did the first Star Trek show start?
I was a child.
You were a child. Do you remember watching it? I do remember watching Star Trek.
No, we
but
didn't
not
watch
the
it.
first run through. It was.
You ran the reruns.
I watched the reruns on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I
with
watched
Dad.
the first ones if I watched them, but I'm sure
Yeah.
I didn't watch them very much.
How about you? You got a guess? You're not even gonna guess.
Oh, mid-60s, but I don't know other than that.
What do you guess?
I was going to guess late 60s.
1966. You're both right there. Unbelievable. Yeah, September 8th, 59 years ago was the first Star Trek. The pilot for Star Trek came through. It was introduced on American television, aiming for an adult audience. This was the first time a scientific fiction series would explore morality through scientific narratives. Most movies or television shows had contained science, but would often create a conflict of suffering and injustice to solve problems. However, Star Trek was different. The series put actors in the forefront, making scientific arguments while providing peaceful solutions to problems without using violence. So there you go. The first episode called The Man Trap, and that was, I think the first episode didn't even have Bill Shatner in it. I think it was somebody else. So yeah, it was Captain Pike, Chris Pike. You see, now that's the thing. You're a big trivia guy. You go to trivia shows, right? Or
No.
I thought you
I did
put a
Scholar
bowl.
Bowl.
You did Scholar Bowl.
Yeah, whenever I was
See,
in
now
grade school.
your daughter was a big trivia.
Yeah, I need my
star.
daughter to answer these, not me.
Yeah, I figure. See, that's the thing. I know all this. I don't know all this useful trivia about Star Trek, and I don't get a chance to show off anymore. It's just terrible. Oh, well, yeah, so Star Trek started in 1966. For 59 years, it's been captivating audiences across the world and now considered one of the most successful franchises in television history with several different shows. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen, here on September 8th? This is a little bit different one, but it involves science as well. National Pediatric Hematology and Oncology Nurses Day. This recognizes the hardworking and dedicated professionals bringing care to kid patients every day, honoring nurses caring for pediatric hematology and oncology patients. This takes place during Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and these dedicated professionals provide quality nursing care for children, adolescents, and young adults with cancer and blood disorders. Additionally, they provide the highest standard of physical and emotional support for these precious patients and their families. It's a wonderful event. If you're thinking about entering a nursing career, this would be probably a good career to get into, as I suspect that it's probably relatively well paying as far as nursing things go. I don't know. You think that's pretty well paying?
Probably, but it'd also be hard emotionally, too.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be difficult. That's basically why. Yeah, salute these folks if you see them or if you know one. Say, hey, you're doing a great job. Appreciate all that you are doing. What is on television, ladies and gentlemen, and what do you want to see on TV today. We have a baseball game here on this channel. I will be in Ken Money as South Central hosts Ramsey in baseball. That'll be at 4:30 this afternoon here on Channel 100. Also today, Major League Baseball. The Cubs are at the Braves tonight. That's on Marquee, Channel 357. That's at 6:15. Shota Imanaga versus Joey Wentz. Also, Cardinals are out west. They're playing in Seattle tonight. Miles Michaelis versus Brian Wu. Yeah, you realize, you can tell that I'm not a big Miles fan anymore.
Doesn't seem like it.
Did that come clear?
That kind of came through, yes.
Yeah, I wondered if how clear that was. Yeah, Miles Michaelis versus Brian Wu. That's on FanDuel Channel 370. Diamondbacks are at the Giants. That's on FS1 Channel 366. That's at 8:45 tonight, so it's late baseball. 5:45 MLB Network Channel 357 will be the Mets at the Phillies. Sean Manaea versus Aaron Nola. And the NFL football, first Monday night football game of the year, 7:15. The Minnesota Vikings are in Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. That'll be on ESPN Channel 360 as well as on ABC. I think they're also doing that Manning cast on it on ESPN2 361. So that's all that tonight. We're going to talk about the Fairfield PleinAir paintout. We're having a good time here with David Harl along with Melinda States. We'll be back right after these. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Cats TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that has set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Joined today by Melinda States. She's been here before. How you doing, Melinda? Good
I'm
to
doing
see
great
you.
today, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. And welcome over there on the far side, David Harl. How are you, David?
Very well.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you coming in and to tell me all about the Fairfield paint out, the Fairfield PleinAir paint out. Okay, first thing is, First, the question is always asked the first thing whenever I bring up Fairfield PleinAir paint out. What in the world what is PleinAir and why do we spell it wrong?
Right.
Well, tell me what the PleinAir paint out is, guys.
You want to go?
Sure. Well, the term plein air is referring to the French term.
So I'm saying it wrong.
If you know French, you can say it right.
If I'm calling it plein air rather than plain air, I mean,
Well,
will French people get angry with me?
There's no French around here.
Okay,
so,
that's
yeah.
good. That's
But
fine.
on plein air means in the open air.
Okay.
And so these are paintings that are done outside the studio, in the open air, usually in whatever weather conditions. And so this is a term that gets used especially at the end of the 19th century for the Impressionist painters, though they were outdoor studying painters beforehand.
You are just running right into where I wanted to go.
Okay, well, good.
So this is basically, you're talking about a Van Gogh style, an Impressionist,
Right.
Monet, and,
Right.
and the guys who were doing the small and large murals outside.
Right.
But they did it with, Van Gogh didn't use people much. He was kind of like what your plein air painters do now, right?
Yeah.
Because plein air painters not typically a ton of people in them, right?
Yeah, so they'll do some people, but if they do people, it's going to be people doing everyday tasks in their homes, at work, as opposed to more of history paintings, scenes from the Bible or mythology.
Yeah. Tell me how you said it's basically French starting the plein air movement, outside movement, even at the time back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Picasso was doing stuff like that too, a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. How many paintings or how long of a period does it take to become a movement? Is that a good question or a bad question?
Well, I don't know how to answer that one, but
Kind of a tough question, isn't it?
yeah,
Sorry about that.
So the original Impressionists, there were about 13 of them. They had, I can't think off the top of my head, but maybe about 7 or 8 shows together. They were showing outside of the traditional show at France, the Salon. But they became very popular because they were different and they broke away from that academic style. And they were very good, and so they quickly spread their influence, and it didn't take long for American painters to want to paint like them.
I like how this is going because that is kind of in a larger form is kind of what the Fairfield plein air paint out. I'm saying it wrong. The Fairfield plein air paint out is becoming because you have all these painters coming to town. They do a show. They come together to show like your Impressionists did back then, and then it's kind of driven. You didn't talk about how it's kind of driven by the people buying the paintings,
Right.
Because that's kind of what happened in the Impressionist days. It became popular because collectors were collecting them, right?
Right.
And that's kind of how isn't that the goal of the plein air paint out to an extent, Melinda?
Yes, we do. The artists especially want to sell their paintings.
Oh, sure.
But they do try to do things that they can take back with them, and so if they don't sell in our community, they can sell them somewhere else, possibly. But yeah, that's their whole reason for coming is they're wanting to sell paintings.
So they want to take something back with them, sell in their own community. So that means they probably don't use specifics like if a barn or something that they're painting has mailbag chew or something like that.
They might use that one, but if it says Smith Farms or something like that, they're probably not going to put that on there.
Yeah.
So.
I see. That makes sense. How'd you get into it, David? How'd you get into doing outdoor rather than indoor painting? Or do you do them both?
I do them both, yeah. And I like being outside, and that's the thing I like most about plein air painting, but I like the controlled environment of a studio and being able to not be rushed by heat or bugs or light of day.
It is a little bit of
in
a
the studio.
there is quite a bit of a difference between the
Yeah.
two then, isn't there?
Yeah.
Do you do do you oil or water based mainly?
I do both, but I prefer oil.
And I guess charcoal or anything like that?
Yep, I really like to draw, and so occasionally I will do a graphite pencil drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sitting there talking with Melinda States, and we wouldn't be here, Melinda, and David Harl. We wouldn't be here, Melinda, without a lot of work done over the years by our good friend Spencer, would we?
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about this gentleman, Spencer Meager.
This is Spencer Meager.
We lost him about a year and a half ago.
A year ago in March. He was our encourager, our leader, our coach, our whatever.
Inspiration.
To
Right.
keep going and try new things. He's actually is how we got started with PleinAir. We wanted to do some sort of an art event in town, and he had been traveling doing PleinAir events, and he said, why don't we try this? And he was very good to get us started. He brought lots of his artist friends with him to come and paint in our town. They still come. They love to come see us. So, yeah, we still try to honor him.
He passed away very young,
61 or two.
Back in March of 24. And plenty of talented work. Will any of his work still be around? And I know last year the show had a lot of his work in it, but I didn't know if it had been purchased and taken away and that kind of stuff.
Well, there's always some available. I think Cindy still has some of his artwork around, and she will probably bring a few of his paintings and have them set up again.
Well, that's good for the
And
for the show.
Yeah, and we do a couple of awards for the artists in honor of Spencer.
What are the dates of the show?
His dates are September 23rd to the 27th.
Okay, September 23rd is a Tuesday.
Right.
Through Saturday.
Tuesday to Saturday. Okay.
And we're based at the Fairfield CP Church this year.
All right. Oh, no kidding. You're expanding it a little bit. I mean, that's a little bigger space.
Yes, we went there last year, and it was a great place for us because there's plenty of lighting, plenty of space.
Do you go to the gymnasium or where do you place?
Yes, the gymnasium, and it was a very.
You like that lighting?
As long as the lights stay on, we're
As long
great.
as they stay on. Yeah.
All right, that brings up when the lights
There's a
go
story.
up. What happened when the light? So you lost light last year. Tell me about what happened.
The power went out on us, and it was all over town, I think. Correct?
Yeah, it was town-wide because of the hurricane.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember which name it was, but whenever the one that came through the Carolinas, it landed here, and it made the town lose.
So the artists weren't out in the field painting?
No, it was the night of the show.
It was the night of our art exhibit.
Oh, the Friday show.
The Friday
Yes.
show. We had people in the building, people trying to get in the building because it was pouring down rain.
Right.
Some people left because it was pouring down
Right.
rain. So we all had
I would think you'd want to stay.
they didn't get in the door.
Oh, I see.
That's what the problem. But so we all had our little flashlights on our phones
Right.
showing the photos to everybody, or not paintings to people.
You're showing the paint. Okay, the show must go on.
The show went
must go
on. It's a story to remember.
Right.
Oh, well, now that is so cool. Well, that is wonderful. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come back. We're going to tell you all about how the schedule of the event works, and where the painters go, and how you might be able to talk with them and say hello and interact with them, and as well as buy their stuff. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, here with Melinda States and David Harl. Back right after these words.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywine, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, joined today again by David Harl and Melinda States. All right, to kind of give you an idea about what painting outside can entail, here's another picture of Spencer, and that is he probably has a lot of things to choose from there.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yes.
And this is basically the outfit that folks might, as they're walking or driving through the community the week of the 23rd to the 27th, they might run into, David?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
If I run into somebody like that, would if I run into you or to any other of the how many painters?
25.
Any
of the 25 painters, do you talk to people or do you encourage folks to come up and say hello?
Yeah, absolutely. Come up and talk, obviously with your manners, but
well, yeah.
Come up and talk, and we'd be happy to talk about what we're doing, why we're doing it. And
you don't say come up and, hey, let me have a stroke of it or something.
No, I don't. Not quite sharing like that. We'll usually direct you to the show on Friday night, where you can buy the painting if you like it so much.
The Friday night is the open show.
Yes.
And then Saturday is the awards, right?
Yes,
Right.
Judging and awards will be Saturday.
Tell me tell me how the schedule of events for the whole thing. On Tuesday, what are we doing?
Tuesday, they kind of come into town, kind of get oriented what's going on. We feed them that evening, and then they go to their host families.
Okay.
And
Melinda, you've been doing this for years. Were you an original?
I'm an original committee member.
You're an original committee member.
Probably the only originality I have.
Oh, now that's not true. But what over the years? This is how many?
This is number 14.
Over the years, what kind of reaction have you received?
It's grown each and every year.
Really?
Yes. Our first year, we did it downtown during the Pumpkin Fest. Is that what it was called? Mm-hmm. We had straw bales set up in the street that we put the paintings on. We decided that wasn't a good plan.
Well,
not quite.
When you're wanting to show the paint, you want to paint them outside, but you don't want to show them outside, do you?
That's correct. They kind of blow around when the wind comes through. But anyway, so it's grown, and we had maybe 10 artists that year, and so we've continually grown through the years.
How far are the artists coming from, and are there any? There's some nationally known outdoor artists coming to this, aren't there?
Let's see, Fran's from Florida, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Florida and Ohio. Many of them come from Missouri.
Some from Indiana.
Some from Wisconsin. So they come from a large area for us, though.
Will you be going? Do you go to other places as well, David?
I would like to. I just haven't yet.
You haven't yet.
Yeah.
But you've participated in this not all 14 years. You've participated
the last 5 years. Yeah.
The last 5 years.
Yeah.
How does one find something to catch their eyes? Do artists look for it all the time? Whenever you're peering around a landscape, do you always keep an eye on, boy, that might be interesting to think about. That's got an interesting color scheme. Or is it just something, if you're walking and you see something, boom, hits you? What's the inspiration?
I get a little bit of both, and it's probably different for each people. But for me, I kind of tend to be obsessive anyway. And so
you've got it
whenever I'm looking, I'm always thinking of, okay, if I had to paint that, what would I pick? How would I frame that in? When I see colors, I'm thinking about what color is that? What do I do to mix that? I hope not everybody has to think like that. I do. But that's usually what's going on in my mind.
So you're saying it's a little difficult.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you hope that nobody else has to deal with that kind of
I mean,
difficulty.
I'm admiring the beauty, and I hope people get to have that part
Yeah.
that I have.
Yeah.
And that's really why I paint,
Hope
so
you're
that other
able to
people
convey
would.
that.
You're right, and I hope people can catch that through the painting.
Yeah.
But the kind of more, I guess, part of the trade of figuring out how can I capture that and present that well. I hope not everybody has to have that in their head.
Okay, tell me about Wednesday. You said Tuesday, everybody's checking in, they'll start painting. What's
Right.
going on Wednesday?
Wednesday, they paint during the day, and in that evening, we do the nocturne paint, which is after dark.
Nocturne painting. All right, first of all, why you gotta use all these foreign words?
Because it's plein air.
Nocturne is not well, it is kind of a foreign word, I
Yes.
guess, but it's a nice, easy
Yes.
word.
You'd rather we call it.
I like it in music, though. I mean,
We'd like
right.
to call it evening paint. Is that?
evening paint is fine too. I would.
Loses the class, though.
It does lose the class. You've got a point. Tell me the differences painting at night versus painting the day. I guess colors become a little bit more difficult to use,
And
right?
lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting.
Yeah, you got to have your own lighting system, and it's got to be a pretty good one for you to see what colors you're mixing on your palette and then on
Oh,
your
I hadn't even
canvas.
thought about that. I mean, looking at him here, if he was painting this at night,
Which he
he's got-
did.
Huh?
There is a painting of he did this at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but he does. You don't see a light on his
No.
painting
Right.
or his equipment right here.
Right.
I got to tell you, that's silly on my part. I hadn't even considered the fact that you might not know where your what particular color is where on your palette.
Well, and not just locating them, but the exact color, because if it's just a little too vibrant of a purple, it's not going to be what you want.
It's gonna mess up the whole composition,
Yep.
won't it? Yeah. I bet you guys come up. There must be some terrifically interesting nighttime paintings.
Yeah.
What are some of the more interesting ones you can think back and recall?
One of the ones I can recall most easily is there was one who painted the Mach 1 gas station.
Oh, really?
And it was, do you remember seeing it?
Uh,
It looks like it's,
By Lon Brower, I believe.
yes, Lon Brower, when he came. It's very, it looks like light coming out at you.
Oh, wow.
It's just, he did it in such a neat way.
Catches the repetition of the gas
Right.
pumps beside one
Yes.
another, just kind of staggered.
There was another one done of the alleyway at Javaloo. that's
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
I
that
think we
is-
may have it. I don't think it's in the group you've got though.
I will see.
Yeah.
I did get some. You're the smart person here, David. You can tell us some of these paintings. These are from previous paint outs, and that's in Wayne County.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Hmm.
Wow.
Well, we'll just take them at their word that they stay in the county.
It's a big county though.
It's on good faith.
Well, there you go. I didn't realize we had those hills. That must be Tondini Hill or something.
There's more curvature than you think there is.
Yeah, well, I guess as you get back farther and farther, the curvature is going to become more apparent. I mean, you probably can't be a flat earther and be an outdoor painter. I would think that outdoor painting would throw flat earthism all the way away.
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, now you don't, Melinda, you don't know who did this, or do you know who did?
No, I don't
anything?
off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's take a look at this next. Oh, that is a gorgeous apple tree, isn't it?
Yes.
This was done at Wiles Orchard off
Okay.
of Highway 15.
Lee Copen
Yes.
is the artist here.
Yes.
Is he or she?
She is from Missouri.
Okay.
And she does a lot of.
Relatively new to the group, right?
Yes, I think last year was her first year, maybe.
Yeah, did very well.
But she does a lot of that kind of.
Well, the fascinating part is looking at, and David, tell me if I'm wrong, but those apples just kind of look like they're popping right out at you on that. I'm glad to hear that it's oil.
Yeah.
Because that makes you think the Impressionism. She's basically making those apples pop, right? And
Right.
give them a little shade, right? Shadow.
And how to do, and something that she's being very true to the Impressionist is the fact that she's using those cool colors in her shadows underneath her trees,
Right.
and filling them with purples and pinks.
Oh, I see.
And so those are naturally occurring colors, but they're strong complements to the other
The
ones.
shadows, you can see the difference in the shade
Right.
of the shadows. So that's very impressive. Let's take a look at one more, and then we'll take another quick break. Speaking of different colors, look at you think every pumpkin looks the same? Every pumpkin does not look the
Right.
same, do they?
That's right.
That is somebody's pumpkin patch. Well, I tell you what we're doing. We're talking here about the Fairfield PleinAir paint out. We're going to get on to the rest of the week here as we are talking. They're all gonna be painting. You're not painting the same thing, but you're all painting the quick paint at the same time, right?
Right.
They're going to explain what the quick paint is to me. We're going to talk about that and plenty more. The shows where you can help buy this stuff. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Back with David Harl and Melinda States right after these words.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Just clarifying some things here with Dave and with Melinda, just figuring out how folks can buy paintings, because that's the goal of the whole thing.
Exactly.
Spread beauty, but you also got to pay the artists to
Keep doing that.
Yeah, to keep making the beauty, and they got to eat. I mean, these people they've got to eat. We talked a little bit a moment ago about the nocturnes. Mm-hmm. I was able to find one. Tell me, there it is. You were mentioning the differences of light here, David. They explain this. There's like 2 or 3 different light issues going on here, aren't there?
Yeah, so you kind of got you've only got really 2 main options when you're painting a nocturne painting. You have a natural lighting of the moon or artificial lighting of a street light. And so she's captured that very well with the warm lighting, more of the yellows cast on the garage and the gas tank. You can see it's kind of more green up towards the top, which we're more familiar with.
I guess she's being agreeable to the art. I'm phrasing that wrong. She's showing. Why would you put the gas tank in there? I guess that's my question. Why not edit yourself? It just seems like it was something you would take out.
Well, you're faced whenever you're painting with 1,000 choices of what am I going to include, what am I going to take out. But it's kind of what you've been getting at it with the other paintings we point out. I didn't know we had the curves like that. You think every pumpkin looks the same. Artists are always wanting to make you to see the world with fresh eyes. And so including things that you don't usually think is beautiful and including in there maybe help you see how it is.
The Nocturne is Wednesday night. Tell me what's going on Thursday. What's this deal about the quick paint? What is that?
We're doing an early morning quick paint. We usually do that later in the evening, but this year we've opted to go early because of the golden hour lighting.
Oh, out there it'll be gorgeous.
Yes.
Where is it?
It's at the Cider Barn Tree Farm.
Okay, and that is
south of Fairfield.
Well south of Fairfield.
Yes.
I think if I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, down by Barn Hill.
And so you've got 25 painters. You're going to turn them loose for how long? Like 2 hours?
They have 2 hours to do a painting.
And what time is it?
7 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning.
So that you might even still have some mist going.
Yes.
Hopefully so.
That makes it. What do you do, David? Will y'all paint the same thing of the 25 of you? I mean, this is a farm that's about, I don't know, 40 acres.
40 acres, yeah, probably. She's got animals on it though, and trees, and a beautiful lodge-type building. So there's some options for them to work at.
Have you taken a look at it?
I haven't. I've never been there yet.
Okay. Will you scout it before you go?
I probably won't. I'll probably make the test extra hard on myself and not scout it, just to be fair to everyone else there.
Every time
I scout out the whole county while I live here, so I don't want to scout that out.
Every time I talk to Spencer, he says, "Yes, I'm scouting. I'm going every place before I'm painting there." I was intrigued by it. And to me, I like how you're thinking of it as opposed to how Spencer does, because I'm kind of a more of a seat of my pants type of guy as well. You know, if I and it sounds like
I'm not by the seat of my pants, but I'm trying to make myself more like that with the quick paint. I do.
Well, that'll do it.
I scout the other things.
Not scouting. That will do it. You'll have to learn. You'll have to learn terrain pretty quick then.
Yeah, well, I'm a very slow person anyway. I'm very slow at painting. I can spend a whole day at one spot. Well, most of these artists, better than me, they're doing it in a morning session or afternoon session, and they're done. And so I need the quick paint to exercise myself to work quicker.
Over the course then of the 4 days, the 4 days of painting from Tuesday to Friday, before the painters are done and the judging takes place, how many completed paintings will most of the artists do?
At least 3 to 4 a day.
3 to 4 per day.
Mm-hmm.
But except David, you're slow. How many are you?
1 or 2 a day for me. But there's some of them that can make 30 paintings that week.
I was going to say,
Tammy Dickerson can usually pull off 20 to 30
5
a
or
week.
6 a day.
Is that right?
Yeah, and almost all of them will sell too.
And they will all sell.
Good for her.
Absolutely.
You mentioned sales. What kind of a number are we talking? I mean, we've seen on the paintings $300 to $400, $200 to $300 to $400. What's your total over the course of the week? Do you know?
Last year, it was over $17,000.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It is very good. It was not the most we've ever done, but it was very good considering we had art in the dark.
Right.
Considering buyers were looking at it with their flashlights on their phones. Yeah.
Now, John, also though, most of the people that come in to see the paintings, don't you think, have seen the artists working on them somewhere during the day?
Yeah, probably they've seen them, and maybe
so they come back to find what the finished product looked like, and some of them get interested while they're there. I mean, while they're watching them paint.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you now you've been doing it for 5 years. Do you have people come up to you and talk to you, that kind of thing?
Yep. Yeah, last year I painted at the Jeff grade school, and so the kindergarten class came out and watched for a little bit, which was real fun. Love their questions, too.
I was going to say, who asks better questions, me or the kindergartners?
Kindergartners.
that hurts.
No, you're a close second.
Oh, well, I guess that's okay. Thanks a lot. Okay, so that is Thursday, and basically these painters, they're just going to keep rolling through until Friday.
They keep painting till 3:00 on Friday.
That was what I was going to ask. So 3:00 is the knockoff on Friday. What time does the event start Friday?
The event is at 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
At Fairfield CP Church.
At the CP Church, that's on the west side of town, out there just past Walmart, on the hill
right
above.
next door to Walmart.
On the hill above Walmart. Tell me a little about this. This is that Rhonda?
Rhonda Richter.
Rhonda Richter.
Yep.
This is, and I can't read what the name of it. Anything stays?
Nothing gold stays.
Nothing gold stays.
Allusion to Robert Frost there.
That is very nice. Yeah, it also sounds like an allusion to The Outsiders.
Okay. Who did it first?
Stay gold. Yeah, Robert Frost did do it. Robert Frost did do it first. You're right. But this is kind of what we were talking about, the different shades of the shucks of corn, aren't they?
Right, yeah.
Do you typically, when you're doing a painting like this is kind of, you've got something in the deep background as well as a little bit of more focus up here. Is that what you're kind of looking for in your paintings, David, or what is she going for here? Can you tell me, as an art critic?
You usually, art critic. Yeah, usually when you're working, especially with landscape, you're trying to establish some depth.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on your subject matter, how deep you want to go. But you want the eye to move deep through the painting and all the way around, and she's done that very well. From the top, see some of the kind of the shucks reaching the top corner and then curving over towards the side, the road leading over. Half the painting is corn,
Right.
the other half is space beyond that.
Yeah,
So-
it's corn and the buildings back in the back. Okay, tell me what the green the green sticker means on the tag. Does that mean it's for sale?
It means it's sold.
That is sold. Okay.
Somebody has it.
Well, there you go. So do people dicker on the price there? That's $325. Do the artists ever dicker?
I've never had somebody do that to me.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
They can, but I don't think they do very much.
Well, that's probably,
If you stop and think about, this is their living.
yeah.
This is how they make their living, is through the artwork. And we think, gosh, that's awfully expensive. But if you take your car to the garage to have repair work, or
Then you think about, I mean,
Yeah,
I've got to get new brakes next week. It's going to
Right.
cost me that much.
yeah, so it's comparable.
Tell me a little bit about this one. That's just gorgeous colors in that one, David. Is it more difficult to paint something with all those colors in it than it might be to paint something like this that doesn't have nearly as many shock of colors?
It can be, at least in my experience, to not overmix. If you work it too much, you'll lose the vibrant colors.
Yeah.
And whenever the colors are that different from each other, like an orange and a blue,
You got the violet up there.
Yeah, those easily can become muddy and not blend well. And so this is actually a pastel painting or drawing, however you want to categorize it. And so using basically these chalk sticks, but
Oh, I
it's
see.
pastel, and working it on there.
That's gorgeous. Now, so what was this one? That's a watercolor, isn't it?
No.
That is, it says
That's
oil.
oil.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
it's oil. Mhm.
Okay.
Most of our paintings are oils, I think. We have a few that come in that are watercolors, a few that are pastels,
Well,
and some are in acrylics.
It's fascinating. We're going to take a look at some more paintings when we return, and as well as talk about the shows and how and it's easy to get in and easy to see. We'll tell you all about it when we return here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with David Harl along with Melinda States. Back after these.
This is Christy inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Yeah, I always wonder how often you get that reaction, but I'm not going to ask you that on TV. Here with Melinda States and David Harl, and we're talking about the Fairfield PleinAir paint out set for September 23rd through the 27th.
Right.
As part of that, on the 26th Friday night is the show. The big show.
Yep.
Does it cost anything to get in?
It's a $5 admission, but it's with that you get to vote for the People's Choice Award, and you have the option. I mean, you get put in a drawing to win a painting.
To win a painting, in addition to voting for the People's Choice. Now, tell me, in the voting for the how often does the voting for the People's Choice match maybe what the judge is saying in who they pick? It has kind of. They've picked the same one before, haven't they?
A couple of times, but not as often as you think.
Yeah. Who is the judge? Do we know the judge?
Yes, his
Farley
name
Lewis.
is Farley Lewis. He's from Springfield, Missouri.
How does one become a judge in a?
Well, you have to have known Spencer Meeker.
That's part of it, yeah.
I guess that's true.
They're the ones who know. I mean, Cindy knows all of those artists also. So it's people, and Farley has been an artist here for us before.
What are they judging on, David? Well, I mean, why will they pick
have to
one
ask
painting
them.
over another? Yeah, that's kind of.
Right.
How do you know? I guess you could just have to paint for what you like. You can't really try to paint for a judge, can you?
No, I don't. I know some people. Well, the artists have to select only a certain few to be judged at
Right.
certain events, and so some people, if they know the judge, will think, I know he usually
likes-
praises this, so I'll
he
make
likes
sure that's
farmhouses
included.
or
Right.
something.
Right. But I would think a judge is looking for good composition and good handling of the medium, whatever that is. And variety too, probably.
Well, that's the thing, the technical prowess, or the technical ability
Right.
of the painter. You speaking of which, I want to see that the one of both of those you brought, because those are gorgeous. These are two of your works, right?
Yeah, this one I did.
Were these in the competition?
It was what year? In 2023.
Let me center it and get a good look on it here. Okay. Yeah.
And this is a good example of whenever you're painting on plein air in whatever weather. And so this was a rainy day. And this is on the front steps of the church where I serve as associate pastor, and I was planning on painting the churchyard. I turned the opposite direction. I thought I like that better. And so I ended up painting this direction down.
You got the
First
Hannah
Street.
House.
Yep, Hannah House, Methodist Church, and the Budget Inn.
And that house is no longer there. The White House, is that Grody's or is that
That's
the one
the
past
Grody's, yeah. So,
okay.
So it's still there. Yeah,
it is still there. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just impressive work. How difficult is it to get those reflections in that in those puddles and stuff? I mean, yeah, that takes a little concentration, doesn't it?
Right, yeah, and keeping an eye on things, and it definitely, I think it's very important for you to convey the fact this is a rainy day.
Yeah.
If you have the reflections in it.
Let's see the other one, because speaking of reflection, that's fantastic.
Now, this is not something I've done for the event itself. It's something I did a couple weeks ago. At my parents' place, they have a small fish pond, and this is the painting of that. And once again, I was going out intending on painting a different subject matter, different part of the pond. I ended up not liking that section, so I walked further down, and this is a particularly good place to catch big bass, and looked over and saw the patch of light, and so I had some things I was wanting to work on as an artist to get better, and that kind of fit the bill, and so I stuck with this.
Well, you gotta like the foreground. The leaves in the foreground are just terrific in the thing, aren't they? There,
thank you.
David. Very impressive. Too bad you can't throw that one in for the judge.
I cannot enter that, but it still is for sale. You can find it on Facebook.
All right, yes, so yeah, get a hold of David on Facebook.
Right, yep.
If you're looking to buy a painting. We have a few to still take a look at before we get out of here. Oh, well, I'll show it. I'll get back to it.
Okay.
You can move on that one. It's mine.
This was yours?
No.
You just showed some of yours. Okay. Mum season, wasn't it?
Right.
Tell me a little bit about this one. I don't know who that is. I can't.
Deborah Williams.
Susan Rogers.
Is it? Oh.
Well, it must be beyond. Well,
Yeah.
it's signed Deborah Williams.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
another pastel.
That tag must be for somebody,
Somebody
for a
else is
different one.
beside it. Yeah.
Okay, that is fantastic. That looks like it. I guess that could almost be nocturne, depending on how. What time of night do you guys start the nocturne? Is it after sundown?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is in the dark.
That looks like they're about to get to it. About to get to sundown. Tell me about this. What is that? Is that a bean field that's been?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bean field.
Harvested?
And this one,
My gosh.
Award of Excellence last year.
I can't believe I picked that out as a bean field.
Right.
I'm very proud of myself.
You should be proud of yourself. Picking out the Award of Excellence, too. This is one that especially works well from a distance. As an artist, you're wanting to be able to reward the viewer up close, but also from the distance, draw them in that way.
Well, that's
Probably one of those when you get farther back, you recognize more that it is a bean field.
Right.
I can't believe I popped that was the first thing that popped into my head looking at it. Well, I'll be darned, that's a bean field. Maybe my eyes are bad. This was Susan
Rogers.
This is Susan Rogers.
Okay.
You're right this time.
I'm right this time. $495, and it is sold. Good for her. That's outstanding. Here we have a nice. I bet you that those is this in south side of Fairfield?
This is Wayne City.
That's Wayne City.
Yeah, the silos.
I bet you those elevators have been painted more than anything else in town.
Well, I don't know about more than anything, but often.
Yes, very much.
They do get their share. Tell me about this one.
That's mine too. You can move on from that if you want.
You're not going to talk about this one.
This is the Jeff grade school
This is
one
his kindergarten class.
that the kindergarten class came out of. Yeah, they came out of the little corner windows there. Well, not out of the windows, but that's where their class was.
So they were watching you.
Right.
Do you have? I guess I can't look
And they
close
came
enough.
out. No
You
kids
put any
are in
faces?
there. No, didn't
You
have
didn't
time
put
for
any
that.
faces?
No. So this I will speak about this one because this relates to Spencer. So we have a Spencer Meager Memorial category.
Right.
And so last year how we did that was we had locations that he had pinned on a map that he thought would be good things to paint and wanted to recommend to others.
Oh, nice.
And so we thought that was a good way to kind of connect with him in a place that he'd been and thought was paint worthy to go to that place. And so Jeff Grade School is one of those spots, and it's a very old building.
Yeah.
And so that's the one that I picked for that
Well,
category.
That's fantastic, guys. It's going to be a wonderful week. It sounds like you have a full slate of artists. The weather, I'm thinking.
Hope it's great.
We hope it's great.
It'll be what it'll be.
It'll be whatever it'll be.
The weather will be whatever. That's exactly right. The weather will just be. Will you continue to paint if it rains?
I will, especially because it's Christmas. I got a little portable tent.
Oh, nice.
That's for photographers, so I plan on using that if the rain comes instead of trying to find an awning.
outstanding. Again, it starts on September 23rd. You'll see these people in Fairfield and around Wayne County. Go up, say hello, start talking to them. The show is Friday night at the Cumberland Presbyterian Church at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on that Friday night, the 26th, as well, and the award ceremony on the 27th. Folks, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it, and have an outstanding event. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Cats TV. I'm Bruce. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.